First off, rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building businesses that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante Davis.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of Three Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Faith over here.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the Three Man Weave.
What up? Yeah. Yeah, I made my return. I guess we swapped out me for Cannon this time on this.
Hey, right? you know, swap them out, but Mr. Consistent is always here. Yeah, I mean, and ain't no USPA on this bitch. This shit is luxury and lavish.
We gotta see the tag. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's that say?
Just say polo. Just like mine.
Ain't no Bugle Boy jeans up in this bitch.
Just like mine said, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I made it a high line, I say. You know what I'm saying?
But I made it a high song.
I give y'all the staff for y'all to run with. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Y'all know who it is. It's your boys from the Three Man Weave. I'm Hill. That's AJ. You know what we got to do. It's like the time of the year, the mock draft
season.
You know, the draft will be Thursday, and we was definitely purposely waiting. We had a feeling that another trade was going to go down and affect the draft, and we definitely we only want to do one official draft, so we want to wait as long as possible.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure we get every piece of information needed. That's all.
Absolutely. So we can be as close to accurate as possible. What we try to do. Shouts out to the Jets finally making the deal for Aaron Rodgers, so we can finally get to this mock draft. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be more trades during the draft. Unfortunately, we won't be doing any trades during this mock draft. So
it's too hard to predict.
Yeah, so unfortunately, so we just go with the picks.
And how you trying to do this draft? Are you trying to do this mock draft, in the shoes of each team? Are we gonna do this as Three Man Weave as what they should do? Because I think we've been doing it what the team should do, and I think we've had some good success with that. So I think we need to keep that trend up.
The only reason why I don't want to deviate from it is like, okay, if we do it the way we want to do it, how much backlash do we got to deal with in the group when we post it?
Exactly. And that's why I say let's go ahead and do it as if we are the GMs of these teams, because what we would do would probably be the right move.
Be a little bit differently,
but we've actually had some, pretty damn good success trying to put ourselves in the shoes of these GMs.
Like when we get to pick 2, you go see what we should do, what we would do, versus what they gonna do. And
you know what we could do after this? We ain't got to do it right now or nothing like that, but do our own what each team should do draft. And we can kind of compare.
All right, so let's get to them. Go ahead and share the screen. We are definitely using the Pro Football Focus mock draft simulator. I got it all set up. I got it all set up for all teams. Got it for round 1.
Carolina Panthers.
So let me go ahead into the draft. Let's go ahead and get to it.
You are on the clock.
Yeah. Okay. Where the players at on this?
No, start draft.
Oh, okay. I'm about to just talking some trades and some motion. You are on the clock. We can go ahead and go with Bryce Young, right?
So it sounds like they're not going to, but I think we have to go Bryce Young here. But
hold on, what did it sound like?
It sounds because Will Levis draft odds to go number 1 just went from plus 3,000 to plus 400.
All right, bro. Now what we
I know, but that's why I say they kind of got to go with Bryce Young or either CJ Stroud, but I think they're gonna go with Bryce Young.
Now I know my parlays is terrible. I know my betting advice should never be taken. But me and you just said before we on another personal note about the spread today.
Yes. Absolutely.
Today.
Absolutely.
Now Will Levis went from damn near falling out of the first round a couple weeks ago. Now all of a sudden he gonna be number one. Come on now, see they messing with the money just to mess with the money. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Like I'm not. I'd rather just take the L. We're gonna be wrong on that one. I'm damn sure never putting Will Levis number one on nothing.
Oh, absolutely not. That's why I say, like, regardless, Bryce Young, he's gonna be number one in this mock draft. We'll start the other shit later on, but that is what we got to do.
Okay, so let's go ahead and click. Boom, we got Bryce Young. Now number two, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Now, first off, I think Greg Zuerlein, I think he was one of the ones that
Lance.
Lance. Who was Greg? Greg the
leg.
Like, who was Greg? Lance, he put the bug in the air because he plugged in and Houston was like they're not really sold on CJ Stroud. They may not take a quarterback. I think I heard from Mike Lombardi. Okay, I'm gonna try to credit some of these people I heard these from. I think he was heard that he has the same CJ Stroud has the same agent as Deshaun Watson, and they're not trying to deal with Miguel. What's his name?
Mulligata.
They're not trying to deal with him no more. And that was another stupid thing that I heard. I'm like, this ain't no regular agent. Like, this ain't no one-time agent. This ain't like, for example, this not like Jalen Hurts' agent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That doesn't have a whole long laundry list of clients.
He one of them ones.
Yeah, you're going to deal with him you're going to deal with him again. Like, so just to say
even
that.
If you want somebody from another position.
Yeah. I'm like, this is a terrible excuse just not to take him. Now, if you're not sold on him as a player, cool. I can't make you be sold on the player. That's just what I can't do. But just say that, But don't give me no excuses because it's the agent and you just had a bad experience with the agent that you done dealing with the agent. Like,
exactly.
Don't give me that. But how did you feel before we get? How do you feel about them passing on a quarterback again?
So them passing on a quarterback, I don't hate it if they're not sold, because we've seen what happens when these coaches aren't sold on the quarterback. Jeff Fisher wasn't sold on Vince Young.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Shanahan wasn't sold on RG3, and they didn't do the things necessary to put them in the best positions to succeed, because they kind of like they almost wanted to prove to them, like, hey, look, I told y'all he wasn't the one. You know what I mean? So if they're not sold, then that's fine. And for me, DeMeco Ryans being a defensive guy, I can kind of see where he can come in. Like, look, it's almost like with Mike Vrabel. All right, look, we're going to run the ball, play good defense. We'll figure it out from there. And with the needs that we have, remember one thing that I said very early on in the podcast, like when we first started, was, hey, maybe you should build your team around your quarterback first, where it's not him walking into a shit show and it's a little bit more bearable. So maybe they're taking that approach. And if they're not sold, maybe they're feeling like, hey, we're going to be shitty again next year, and let's get into Caleb Williams, Drake May sweepstakes. Okay,
that's a good building it up first, and then then go get your quarterback. Okay, that's a philosophy, because he did come from the 49ers. Okay, we get that. That happened there. How much security does the GM have? That's what I would say, because I feel that it's different with DeMeco Ryan. I think he has the security, the luxury of making that move, and let's team build this way. But how much security does the GM have? Because if he don't, I'm not trying to hit none of that shit you're talking about, DeMeco. We're going to go get a quarterback.
Right. But it's also like the GM it's still Caserio, right? Like he been fucking up all the time anyway, so he kind of needed to be like, hey,
hold on. Was he messing up? Because he was brought in to clean up a mess. Like, he was brought in to clean up the Bill O'Brien mess, and he did some He did some good things to clean up that mess.
Okay, I guess, but
but at some point now, do we evaluate you? You got the mess is over.
All right. So, but also it's just like I believe yes, it is. It is still time for them to try and at least just like get as much talent as you possibly can.
Okay.
And to me, it's just like when you're in that situation, just get the best players that you feel are out there. But what I will say is, I've heard rumors from some people from PFF. Sam Monson said that they're actually in on Will Anderson or Tyree Wilson. And to me, if you go Tyree Wilson at number 2, then that's when it's just like, all right, you should that's a fuck up. You should have traded back.
I definitely thought the pick was going to be Will Anderson if you're going to make this move.
Yeah.
So I think the move, if they're going to pass on another quarterback again, so obviously they're just planning on being trash or competitively trash. Let's say that. But you're going to have to get a cornerstone. So if you're going to build it like you came from 49ers, go get a Will Anderson. He's your Bosa. And then we'll see what we do in 12. So we're going to go with
Will Anderson.
We're going to go with Will Anderson here. I disagree, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. Now, this right here is a prime candidate for a
trade. Yeah.
You know, like I said, with CJ Stroud still on the board, I'm pretty sure that they're on the phone with the Colts, trying to facilitate a trade, because who knows? Because maybe the Raiders may be on the phone as well. Who knows at this point? But this is a prime candidate for a trade. But as
scroll down a little bit.
All right, I got you. Because Will Anderson was the pick for me.
Yeah. Keep going.
Keep going.
Okay. I just wanted to see the board. You're good.
Right. You're going to hate it. But do you think they'll take a Jalen Carter?
I think they're going to trade back and acquire more picks because they basically kind of need everything.
Mm-hmm.
But for the sake of this draft, say they can't find a trade partner because teams are like, hey, we know y'all don't need a quarterback. And so say everyone knows the Colts need a quarterback, but the Seahawks, they're cool with like if a quarterback falls, if the guy we want falls, cool. If the guy if they pick him, we still got players on this board that we'll pick.
Mm-hmm.
So I think unless someone comes up, jumps up precipitously,
mm-hmm.
I don't see a trade partner. So I think if you don't get a trade partner, you kind of have to go Jalen Carter if you're the Cardinals to me.
I know
if you don't get a trade partner.
I know for me, I was banking on the Texans getting a quarterback or somebody getting a quarterback at 2 and Will Anderson being right here. I've been penciling Will Anderson going to the Cardinals forever. So maybe if they don't get a Will Anderson, would Tyree Wilson be an option right here? I mean, you got to think about Jonathan Gannon as a coach. What does he value at this point? Would the character issues would it outweigh what we doing?
Man,
what we doing? I know you don't like Tyree. I'm just saying we got to think about what would the team do. So at this point, without them trading back, it's between Jalen Carter and Tyree. And I do believe that they will go with Tyree.
Okay, we can go Tyree. I believe that. It's fine because I know teams do dumb shit, but
yeah, I know.
I
was like, well, is he okay?
Yeah, keep going.
Damn, but yeah, we could go ahead. Cause I'm gonna tell you why in a little bit. Now this is another. I heard some dumb, they was very high on Will Levis.
They're gonna go Will Levis, bro. Who you think they're gonna take?
All right, Colts.
bro.
All right, Copes. Copes. Do your thing. Yep. Yep.
the Colts see Will Levis. They are going to run that card up there.
All right. I want to argue with you, but I'm not arguing with you. I'm arguing with the Colts. So it's you know what, Will Levis. There you go. Jalen Carter is not past. He's not getting past the Seahawks, in my opinion, bro. Go ahead.
I don't believe Jalen Carter gets past the Seahawks either.
Was there a butt or?
No, but it's not a butt. Go ahead, Jalen Carter.
They are prime candidate for Will Anderson falls or Tyree Wilson's there. They are prime candidates for them, but
because they need that. They need pressure. Like Pete Carroll wants to build back that Legion of Boom era, and so that's going to be some of the things that you're going to see. Like when I make the pick at 20 as well. So Jalen Carter is not going to get past them.
So that's what I'm saying. And when you think about the Legion of Boom era, is that D line was one of them. Was a fierce D lines that's a very underrated D line when it comes to the Legion of Boom. Everybody thinks about the secondary.
Absolutely, but Michael Bennett and all them boys. Yeah,
Lee Bain, like you put a Jalen Carter in that system. I'm telling you. So they definitely trying to keep the whispers kind of quiet because they're in a luxury position, but they're not going to let Jalen Carter pass them. Like they're going to do their due diligence and see about his character. And anybody that's going like who really has character issues in Seattle with Pete Carroll, bro. Like he one of them coaches. He one of them coaches
and I don't even believe that Jalen Carter has character issues. He made a bad decision, but does that mean you have character issues? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like I've raced my car like plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
It just so happens that he was a part of a tragic incident where it's just like, yes, I made a bad judgment call, but I'm 20 something years old, dog. I've done it, so I can't even be mad at you, bro.
But we understand when it's draft season though. We got to bring up.
100%. He got into a fight in third grade. I understand.
His maturity issues. But like I said, we talking about the Seattle organization, the organization that doesn't have issues. You know what I'm saying? They can bring a wild malcontent in their locker room or in their organization, and you hear nothing about it, nothing negative about it.
And it rains all the time in Seattle anyway, so he ain't gonna be driving that fast. Better slow your ass down.
Get your Uber, brother. So yeah, we can go Jalen Carter. Oh man.
Scroll down a little bit, please.
All right. I don't know why I'm scrolling, but go ahead.
Wow, who you got?
He right there. He was Devin Witherspoon. But go ahead.
Okay.
I'm scrolling. Where you want me to go?
No, I'm with that.
Because once again, the edge rushers are gone right now.
Yeah.
That they would want to take. And I know they made some free agency moves for their secondary. And they got some, but they're on 1 year deals. They just traded Jeffrey Okudah. You bring in a Devin Witherspoon, a kneecap biter.
Mm-hmm.
Like he fits the culture of what Dan Campbell wants to do. That's just me. So I'm only 1/2 on this mock draft, my brother. Do you agree? Or who did you want? Because I thought, like, once again, they're in the market for edge rushers to try to pair with Aiden Hutchinson or a D-line defensive tackle. So
yeah. So when you talk about kneecap biters, like I think because they have that pick at 18, I'm cool with going with Devin Witherspoon here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that they have another target, but I just don't know if they're going to want to test it. So Devin Witherspoon, I scroll down one more time.
All right, let me get you. Scroll down. Just tell me what stop.
Yeah, we can go Devin Witherspoon.
Now stop. If you're watching it, I stopped at Deontay Banks. Is that the other kneecap biter you was referring to?
So it wasn't.
Okay, I'm listening. Is it Miles Murphy?
No, it's Luke Van Ness actually.
Okay, talk to me.
And so the reason why is because yes, they need a defensive line. They need another defensive lineman. But you look at Aiden Hutchinson, James Houston, Luke Van Ness can jump into that rotation, and you could still have all three of them on the field at the same time because of Luke Van Ness's versatility. The only thing is, I don't know. I think that they would wait till pick 18 to try and get Luke Van Ness. That's why I'm like, let's just go ahead and do Devin Witherspoon.
Absolutely, because I understand the logic, and that's what we already predicted the next.
Yeah, but because in my head it's just like, do you want to go get your guy?
But I believe that Devin Witherspoon would be that guy.
Oh, of course. Okay, I get you.
But who do you? We haven't talked about corner because I don't think because our teams is later, and of course the top corners won't fall us. But who do you think is better between Devin Witherspoon and Christian Gonzalez?
Devin Witherspoon easily.
Okay, we're gonna text after that because I don't like the easily part. Is what got me.
Okay.
Is what got me. You know, words are powerful, my brother.
Yes, absolutely. We'll talk.
Devin Witherspoon, though.
Devin Witherspoon, and the Raiders are pissed.
Why?
Because Devin Witherspoon is off the board.
Yeah, but CJ Stroud is right here.
Do you think Josh McDaniels is going to draft CJ Stroud?
Do I think Josh McDaniels would draft CJ Stroud? Yes, with the Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy G.
Damn.
Yeah, I told you that because why did we ever say his name anyway? But anyway, with Jimmy G there for a year in his system, with the job security that we believe that he has, I believe this can go perfectly for them. Because I don't think that they believe that he was going to be there without them trading up. This is just my opinion. I'm only one half of this.
I get you. I just don't believe that CJ Stroud is the kind of quarterback that Josh McDaniel wants. But
you hold up. You know what?
And this is why, this is why I was good. Now the name that you talked about with Devin Witherspoon. Well, when I said the Raiders are mad because Devin Witherspoon is gone, that's the name that I was going to say, Christian Gonzalez. I think that they would go Christian Gonzalez here.
And you know what? I've been thinking about. I supposed to write this down. I've been hearing this all day. Is the S2 test?
Yep.
Because not the Wonderlic.
Yep. It's a new S2 test, and basically what it is CJ Stroud, he scored terribly.
He did terrible.
And that's one of the reasons why I said, does that seem like somebody that Josh McDaniels is going to draft? Because it's like, oh, he doesn't, know the things that it takes on the whiteboard and what it takes to be a quarterback. And so I don't think think CJ Stroud is going to go.
So I absolutely, I'm falling back. So Christian Gonzalez, staying in the West Coast.
You are now an Oakland Raider.
Absolutely. But we might have did somebody a favor. Falcons? You really think that they're going to pass up on CJ Stroud?
Yep.
Wow.
Because I think that they would go with Anthony Richardson.
Wow. Okay.
Because to me, Anthony Richardson fits more of Arthur Smith's style, because now it's almost like when you get Lamar Jackson, when you get Justin Fields, when you get Jalen Hurts, your run game is automatically going to be elevated even more. And you put someone with the size like Anthony Richardson in that Arthur Smith offense where they only want to throw it 10 times a game anyway,
Mm-hmm.
So and we know CJ Stroud is like, people have like, his knock on him is that he doesn't run enough.
Absolutely.
So I think someone like Anthony Richardson will actually, fit in there.
Do you believe that Anthony Richardson, year one, will beat out Desmond Ridder?
Yes.
All right.
But he doesn't have to, but I believe he does.
I mean, Tyler Heineke is in the building. He is capable vet that can, hold it down till somebody is ready. So I'm not mad at this. I'm not giving you any pushback on this one, because this is my wild card right here for the Falcons is Bijan Robinson.
Right. But to me, it was like, I get it. I'm like, that was, like, that's where the highest odds are for Bijan to go, is here in the Atlanta Falcons. But to me, it's like, bro, we got 1,100 yards out of Tyler Algier.
My thing was, you got him. Yeah, but imagine what we can get out of Bijan. Of course.
But this is where it goes to my point. Imagine what we can get with Tyler Algier when they got to worry about Anthony Richardson instead of Marcus Mariota.
And like I was saying, like basically I was saying, based on how the board felt, because I didn't think the board was going to fall this way. That's why I was ready to predict a Bijan can go right here. But okay, hey, Anthony Richardson, my brother, I got you. So we're going Anthony Richardson, right?
Anthony Richardson.
All righty. This shouldn't be long, right?
Yeah, Paris Johnson.
Okay.
Who do you think? You was thinking Skoronski?
I was, but his short arms may scare people.
And I believe that's what's going to happen, because to me, Skoronski is one of those people that's going to fall towards the later end of the first round for me personally, because if people are like, if I don't know if he's going to be a guard or a tackle, and I want a tackle, I'm going to draft someone who I know is a tackle.
And I believe that the left tackle for the Bears right now has he can play right tackle as well.
Yeah, but I think they want to keep him there. I think his name is like Braxton Jones, because he had a really good season last year, and they'll bring in Paris Johnson, and then
we'll see. So if they want to keep him at left, and Paris Johnson is a left,
right?
Why aren't we going
Darnell Wright?
Yeah, who we know is a right tackle.
Because I think Paris Johnson is just better. And, teams feel like they can always fix somebody.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Darnell Wright went right here.
Let's do it. Let's do Darnell Wright.
Look, we got this. Yeah, look at on PFF boy, he ain't that far. Like, because I'm not. I've heard the same thing. I heard they wanted to keep their left tackle they had. They wanted to keep him left. So they're pretty much looking for a right tackle. Hold on. Who did they get in free agency?
No,
they missed in free agency, right?
Yeah.
They missed on them tackles in free agency, right?
Right. That's why I say that's why they want to they're in the market for a tackle.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that, like I said, I believe it will be like Darnell Wright.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's piss somebody off, right? I'm gonna let you know right now, this is prime trade back candidate.
Prime trade back candidate. Yes. But there are 3 names that could go here.
Go ahead.
The guy at the top, Peter Skoronski.
Absolutely.
Bijan Robinson. Kalijah Kancey.
Absolutely not.
You don't think Kalijah Kancey would go here after they lost Javon Hargrave?
That's exactly why he wouldn't go there, because he's not as big as Javon Hargrave. Like, he doesn't. Now, the thing about Howie, he builds in the trenches.
Right.
So if he keeps this pick, it's definitely going to be the trenches. It's going to be O-line, D-line. So for right now, okay, Peter Skoronski. As of right now, the right guard is up for grabs.
And he would
right?
he would jump in and compete for Isaac Seumalo's spot.
Yeah.
And then when Lane Johnson retires,
they could possibly move him to right.
They can see if he needs to kick out.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with Skoronski going here.
They can go there. The Bijan Robinson thing is definitely all objectivity aside, is definitely could be the pick. But the thing about how he definitely is very high on positional value.
Right. And that's why everybody talking about Bijan going there and how much of a good fit it would be. I think that's a pipe dream.
It's a great fit.
It's a great fit. I just don't see it as being a top 10 pick from Howard.
Another name that I am hearing is Nolan Smith to the Eagles instead of Kalaji Kancey. When you brought up Kalaji Kancey, I've been hearing Nolan Smith for the Eagles.
Okay.
My thing about Nolan Smith is
size, and that's where I think Howard's gonna go.
But the way they played last year, right? They got a lot of leads on got ahead on people very early.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people were playing catch up. So it was a lot of passing downs. That's why they was able to lead the league in sacks and do what they do. Knowing that he will only be dealing with, as of now, he will only be dealing with known passing. That he probably be a designated pass rusher. You get him in that, system. Like I said, he don't have to start. He just be a designated pass rusher. You pay him with Hassan Reddick.
Do you want a designated pass rusher with your number 10 overall pick though?
If I'm going to get the impact that I am going to get back from him, I wouldn't hesitate at all.
Okay. But would you rather have Skoronski, who you can plug and play possibly right now at right guard and then be a tackle for the future, or a designated pass rusher at 10?
For a team that has the best offensive line in the league, a team that normally, makes a strengther. I purposely messed that up just to make.
Yeah, I got you. I pick up what you're putting down.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Peter Skoronski.
All right, let's go ahead and do
this is my only caveat before we go. I don't understand why Brian Branch isn't an option.
I think it's kind of rich for them because how we like building the trenches. I feel like it's kind of rich for a safety to go at number 10.
All right, cool. Even though if some people view him as a corner, but okay, we can go with Peter Skoronski. Right?
Yep.
All right. On the clock. Where we going?
In honor of my guy Ross, I gotta get these boys a tackle.
Harris Johnson Jr., right?
Harris Johnson Jr. I gotta do it.
Are they really gonna pass up CJ Stroud on this? Like, that's crazy.
You know what? Let's do it.
Let's get him CJ Stroud?
I think so. Because the report came out. They are not sold on Malik Willis. I've never heard, like you said, I've never seen somebody, send out a report that we not sold on a 3rd round draft pick before.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they started now, but and Tannehill old. It's time for him to start moving on. Let's do it. I say we go CJ Stroud number 11.
All right.
What you think? Because I like that suggestion. So you kind of actually sold me without even have to explain nothing.
I mean, it's like he right there.
It makes so much sense.
I mean, we was hearing talks that they were trying to trade up. So
exactly. So if he falls in their lap, it only makes sense.
Yeah. So let's get it.
Let's do it.
CJ Stroud.
Ross gonna be happy about that one.
Yeah, you gonna love him. Now, me personally, I was ready to pair them up with CJ Stroud and Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Well, now it look like it's gonna be Davis Mills.
But it's also, who did we give them first? We gave them, I have to scroll up now. We
Will
gave
Anderson.
them Will Anderson. Okay. So my thing is, so we got to keep up the theme, and now we're building up the team, is right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing here?
That's why, to me, that's why you still want to go with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So when you get your quarterback, you already have an established weapon there. You walk into a weapon.
Okay. Are we sure? Because if we building the defense, we building the team up. Like, why wouldn't a corner be here to pair him up with Derek Stingley Jr.? Like, I'm just saying, like, what are we doing here, Texans? Like, y'all threw me off not taking the quarterback from the jump. Like, this was pretty easy, a pretty easy thing to do.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy thing to do. But like I said, you still want to kind of at least be able to build up both sides of the ball. It's not like we got to just, okay, now we got to pair up a corner. Like, their corner room ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? They still, like, they brought in Steven Nelson from the Steelers, right?
Eve, so.
Yeah, so they got him on the other side of Stingley, and one of the positions that is fairly deep in this draft is corner. So it's a possibility that you can come get a corner that you feel can be opposite Derek Stingley later.
And Derek Stingley did show flashes of eliteness. It was just in Houston, nobody cared. And DeMeco Ryans never had an elite corner in San Francisco.
Exactly.
Like they had good corners, and he had a great system that's corner friendly. So
right. So
I get it.
This is why, to me, you go ahead and try and get some weapons. Let Jackson Smith and Jigba get into the league, show what he can do, and next year when you pair him with Caleb Williams, Caleb already got somebody to throw to. You feel?
All right, so let's go. My favorite wide receiver in the draft,
Mm-hmm.
So let's get it. Jackson Smith and Jigba. All right.
Dalton Kincaid.
Okay.
This is prime Brian Branch, but they're not gonna do Jordan Love like that, yo. They not finna do Jordan Love like that, dog.
I almost choked, bro. because it's going to be funny because this is an organization that hasn't taken a tight end in the first round. I don't think in forever. They haven't taken a wide receiver in the first round in forever. And like you said, they didn't do anything in free agency.
Damn.
To improve this team. They let people go. Like you said, Brian Branch is definitely. I mean, I think they let Amos go.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, Paris Johnson Jr. is still here on the board. Like,
so here's my thing.
I'm not sure how many ways that they go. Like, I know that we always want to give them the sexy weapon.
But here's the thing. It's not that I always want, people always want to, but I also believe now it's in a sense where it's kind of like they kind not have to, but
because this ain't the first year that they had to.
Right, but now that Jordan Love is he's taking over, you kind of have to put things around him to prove to your fan base, hey, we made the right decision. You get what I'm saying?
No. Oh, no. I get what you're saying, but bro, that's not how they've operated, bro.
It's not how they operated, but I think that they will do it. I think that they saw how nasty this was, that they will do it, and I think it's gonna be kind of like a little kick in the ass.
It was only nasty because it was only nasty last season because Aaron was not playing within the offense, my brother. Like,
get that, but now you have someone that may play in the offense, and now you got him a little bit of a safety blanket, and he got players on the outside. I think that they're going to do it. I think that they're going to do it. I think that they're going to do it.
All right.
I think that they're going to do it. Karen's not there no more.
That's a slap in the face, bro.
I know, but that's why I think that's why they're going to do it.
All right. Dalton Kincaid it is. I disagree so hard. Man.
All right. Scroll down, please.
All right. You just said when to stop.
Keep going.
Cause I once again, I don't know why I'm stopped, where I'm going. We in no man's land, bro. You trying to find it? I don't know what you trying to find, but go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, what?
I've seen what I needed to see. All right, so,
bro, not the 49. The Patriots is not letting Broderick. They're not letting Broderick Jones. They're not letting him out the way. They're not letting Paris Johnson out the way. And Brian Branch he may just be a Patriot, just may feel just like a Patriot. I'm not seeing those. They're not letting those individuals get out of the way. You know what I'm saying? I can even argue a Deonte Banks, or Joey Porter.
Remember we all thought that, and then they drafted Cole Strange last year.
I understand that, and I just don't see at this point the way the board is falling. Like how can you mess this up? Like, I'm listening.
All right, well then. So no Luke Van Ness. We'll go.
And I just stopped right there. And I said Lucas Van Ness, and I stopped, and that's okay. Now I see it. I couldn't see the player, but is that the player you was referring to?
He was one of them. Yes.
Okay. Who's the other one?
So if you scroll back down a little bit, I'll tell you when to stop. Keep going. John Michael Schmitz.
John.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me these don't seem like some shit. So and the third person, but he was too far down. I was trying to get to see how far down Cody Mark was.
Yeah. Okay.
So Luke Van Ness, John Michael Schmitz, and Cody Mark. Those was the Patriots picks that I got.
John Michael Schmitz it is, bro.
Okay.
This is hilarious. Because there's always gonna be one.
So this is prime Paris Johnson territory.
All right. I was about to say, God damn, bro. He gonna be bad. Now, this is gonna be hilarious. The Washington Commanders are on the clock, and I'm hearing a lot of Bijan Robinson talk.
They already got Brian Robinson.
Yeah, but I don't. What did he do enough?
I know. I was just joking.
No, I kept saying that to myself, but I don't know if that was hate or did I really feel that way. But realistically, he didn't do enough for me to stop a Bijan Robinson. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Also, once again, a Brian Branch is right here, like a team that needs secondary help.
And Ron Rivera, I was about to say I was going to go Deonte Banks because Ron Rivera is a defensive guy.
Yeah,
and to me, Deonte Banks, his size and speed, I think that is something that the Commanders could use.
And being, he played in Maryland, I'm pretty sure that the local scouts is definitely gonna bang on the table like, yo, like we seen him, like he's here, like,
Yeah, let's do Deonte Banks. I like that.
All right, let's get it. I've said this since day one. Joey Porter Jr. not making it past the Steelers, bro. Like, I just feel that way.
I got them taking Broderick Jones.
And now that I see it's a blinking red light of Broderick Jones right here.
Because Mike Tomlin talked about how that offensive line was not doing what it needed to do. To me, they're not letting Broderick Jones go. And even if Broderick Jones wasn't here, you're gonna look at Anton Harrison. But that's what I'm saying. Yes, it sounds bad, but they go on one of these tackles, dog.
I feel you, and we definitely going Broderick Jones.
Okay,
but it's just I know I'm just going to keep saying that. I want to make sure it's documented. I just do not feel that Joey Porter Jr. is going to get past the Steelers. Like, it's going to be on ESPN. The story is going to be. They're gonna have the edit already made up. The montage is gonna be everybody gonna cry. Like we can see it now. Like we can see it now. But
yeah.
But for us, we're gonna go
Broderick Jones.
All right. Now I gotta scroll up and see who did we give the Lions the first time. Okay.
Devin Witherspoon.
Because I sure enough about to get against Joey Porter. This is another Bijan candidate right here.
That's what I was saying. He's going off the board here. One of the best offensive lines in the game. Isn't this this your second first round pick, a little luxury pick?
Okay, I got a question though. They still had Swift. Pretty sure that he on his last year's deal or something. But
he can't stay healthy anyway.
And they signed David Montgomery as well though.
Yeah, they signed David Montgomery, but did he ain't break the bank?
All right, I was just gotta give you a little pushback, bro. Bijan. Cause man, Bijan, and his favorite player, Barry Sanders. Oh man,
exactly.
I don't know what the hell the Bucs gonna do,
bro. They in full blow it up mode. I take your pick, goddammit.
I could see it. Anton Harrison here.
They lost Donovan Smith or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Let's do Anton Harrison.
Okay.
Because I feel like, to me, on such a rebuilding team, nobody else makes sense.
Nah, it don't. It really doesn't. Like
nobody else makes sense. Like, you at least want to try and find a cornerstone tackle.
Yeah, so let's go Anton. All right, we back at it.
This is where I got Joey Porter Jr. going.
I thought their corners were solidified.
To me, you get you another long corner to go opposite Tariq Woolen. So now we gave him Jalen Carter. You got Tariq Woolen. You get Joey Porter Jr. What did we say Pete Carroll wanted to get back to?
Oh yeah, Legion of Boom.
So now you got two long corners that can run. And you got Jalen Carter. That to me, that seems right up the alley. They can in the second round try and get themselves like a slot receiver or a tight end, somebody that could play over the middle to help Geno out.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, this makes their defense a lot tougher. And playing in that division is going to help because now you got two people that can cover Brandon Ayuk and Debo. You know what I mean? And you still got somebody that can get to the passer and stop the run. And it helps bolster that defense. So I think this is a good place for Joey Porter Jr.
I ain't mad at it. I like the logic. It makes sense. He a big press man corner. I know they like, the big cover 3 corner, but I mean, he still got press man principles. So,
So the Dolphins up next. Thought it was. Let's see.
Chargers.
What receivers are on the board?
I know I got Drew. Drew is very high on Brian Branch at this point, and pairing somebody up with Derwin is definitely important.
Yeah, and they will give them an interchangeable pieces where it's like either one can cover, either one can play the
Yeah, they can
single
do.
hide.
Yeah.
They can do a little bit of everything.
And one thing about Brandon Staley, like he can't do nothing else but do some versatility on defense. So that's what he can do. On the flip side, Kellen Moore is the offensive coordinator. I'm not sure if he ever had a preference on which players, but what he's accustomed to is the Michael Mayer type at tight end.
Yeah, but
And
also one of the biggest complaints about people in the Chargers organization is
speed.
the speed. And that's why I said go down to the wide receivers, because I don't necessarily see, like, with it being such a deep tight end class, I don't see them necessarily going Michael Mayer when you're talking about you need speed. So
And the only wide receiver I can see them going for it, Josh Downs, but I can see them targeting the Jalen Hyatt at this point. I mean, like he's a burner, he's a speed guy, and he could complement the receivers that they have very well.
you don't believe in Zay Flowers here?
As far as just flat out speed,
Mm-hmm.
No, because the reason why, because it's a redundant skill set between him and Keenan Allen to me. I know he's more explosive, he's faster, he can probably do more than a Keenan Allen, but at the end of the day, they're going to be effective in the same areas.
But here's my thing. Like, yes, it may be a redundant skill set with Keenan Allen right now. How much longer is Keenan Allen going to be around?
Absolutely. And also, for what I know from Kellen Moore, is their receivers have a role.
Exactly.
Boom, this receiver is going to do this. Keenan Allen is going to do this. Mike Williams is going to do this. Whoever's going to be that third wide receiver is going to do what he does. And I'm pretty sure you're going to need somebody to stretch. Like I said, he's going to need somebody to stretch that field. So I don't see them using, because like Zay Flowers is more than just a 9 route. You see what I'm saying? As of right now, Jalen Hyatt, that's his best route.
Okay. I'm with that.
So make us type the shit.
You're in the wrong box. Pause.
Absolutely.
Pause.
Yeah, my God. Ravens. They ain't gonna get nobody for
Hendon Hooker.
I can see a Miles Murphy going off the board right here.
Yeah. He would fit. He's strong, long. God damn it.
Yeah, and it's the road with no shirt on. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, we can just go with Miles Murphy and move on.
Yeah, let's go to the next pick. I'm feeling uncomfortable.
We got the Vikings that need possibly everything. On the defensive side of the ball, like I said, they got Brian Flores, so I'm not sure if Nolan Smith would fit. I'm not sure if Kalijah Kancey would fit. I do believe that Brian Branch would fit.
I do believe Brian Branch would fit. But I also believe that 6'4" guy from TCU is in play because Adam Thielen's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins, like, he needs he needs to be able to have his eyes open when Justin Jefferson is triple covered, and he did it last year when he started doing a little bit more of the fuck it, JJ down there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But he needs someone that he can kind of have that can win on the other side. And I think Quentin Johnson can provide them that with his big body. And although he's not, the number one that people expect him to be, if he's on the other side of Justin Jefferson, I think he could be very, very, very effective with the skill sets that he has.
With the skill set that he has, like I said, with TJ Hawkinson there as well, like I believe that he can ease in to this offense and become a weapon that they can utilize his skill set. So I definitely do like that, especially based off the board. So let's get it.
All right.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
So this could possibly be Brian Branch, but I'm not certain that they would pull the trigger here on him.
Nah.
Yeah, because I see the edges, and I think that they would value Will McDonald a little bit more than Brian Branch.
Why would they need an edge?
Because to me, they don't have someone. They don't have it. Trayvon Walker. I'm not saying I'm not saying give up on him. But what I'm saying now is get somebody in there. You talk about redundant skill sets. They don't really have a power rusher. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I think if you get someone in there, even if you get Luke Van Ness, like someone who provides power, that helps give them a little bit more of a better rotation. What you looking at, corner?
Yeah, they was definitely looking at, and I'm looking at the rankings that PFF got, and it's like, nah.
It's not time yet.
Nah.
That's why I say edge is a little bit more valuable at this point.
Why wouldn't they go Kalaji Kancey though?
Because then you got a whole bunch of little ass dudes on the front line. Like you ain't got no. I don't say you don't have a whole bunch of size when you got, Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker, and then Kalaji Kancey.
And also, why wouldn't based off the board, why wouldn't DeJuan Jones be a play?
Because I believe, they do have to replace Jawan Taylor.
And Brian Bresee, what's up?
I would do Brian Bresee over Kalaji Kancey for them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so we could do. I'm cool with Brian Bresee there.
Okay.
Because that gives them the size and the interior that they want, and he can play. Like he has like rush capabilities. He can, move along the front. So yeah, we can go Brian Bresee. To me, this is Brian Branch. I don't see Brian Branch moving past them.
This is Brian Branch. This is not Jordan Addison.
I don't like Jordan. Okay, what would the Giants do? You're right.
I mean, what did the Giants do? I mean, why did you immediately say Brian Branch?
Because I'm not a fan of Jordan Addison.
Okay, Zay Flowers is right here.
We can do Jordan Addison. I think teams would be a little bit higher on Jordan Addison just of fully like what he's done and his route running capabilities also, but his game breaking ability and attacking the ball.
I mean, but why did you go off Brian Branch though? Right.
Because I think he'd be versatile for that defense. And I think
didn't they let Julian Love walk?
Mm-hmm. And that's why I say he'd be versatile and he'd be a good piece on that defense. But they definitely need a wide receiver, so I get that.
I mean, they could definitely. I mean, they brought back some wide receivers. They brought some wide receivers in. They got Darren Waller. Like their wide receiver core is definitely better than what it was a season ago already without the draft. So they could definitely, maybe possibly pass upon a wide receiver right now and still end up getting one in the second or the third round and being okay.
And that's because
if you feel that strong about Brian Branch right here.
Let's do Brian Branch.
Okay.
Because I think you can come back. You can get a Cedric Tillman, a Tank Dell, Jonathan Mingo. Yeah, let's go Brian Branch here.
Based off the board, how this is looking, it's definitely Michael Mayer for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't see him doing nothing else with nobody else over here. Like, based off how they've been talking, basically how the board fell. So yeah, got my guy.
What do you think, Kalijah Kancey for the Bills?
No,
Who? Oh,
because they already struggling with Ed Oliver ass, and his ass is an undersized defensive tackle. So they definitely not about to make that mistake again with somebody with less of a profile than Ed Oliver had.
touche.
Now they definitely going with Jordan Addison on the board. They definitely going to go get him.
Okay.
Since you're not a fan, but it's not about being a fan at this point. It's about them needing another wide receiver. They've been begging for getting Josh Allen some help. And if Josh, I know we got other shows to talk about that. But if Jordan Addison right here versus, I believe that they can do more with a Jordan Addison than they can with the Zay Flowers.
Yeah, and I think even though we talk about redundant skill sets, I think you put Jordan Addison and Stephon Diggs on the opposite side of the field, and they can just do the same shit.
Yeah.
And then like on each side, and then you just got Gabe Davis out there doing big people stuff. Yeah. All right. We can go to Jordan Addison.
All right. Where y'all going? Y'all going Kalijah Kancey, right?
We big on like I don't know if so. I think we should go Kalijah Kancey. I believe we'll go Kalijah Kancey. Oh shit! Sorry, seeing all my background. But
Dawand Jones is right here.
I believe to me,
Dawand Jones is
Dawand Jones is right there. I think so. The two picks that I believe that they're actually going with, because we've heard it over and over. Oh, we like the guys that we have. I believe it's between Kalijah Kancey and Emmanuel Forbes.
Y'all would really draft Emmanuel Forbes, and you weigh more than him?
I know. And
I know I weigh more than him.
Right. But I think so. The thing that I think that will make them overlook that is his ball skills.
Absolutely. Pause.
And his product, like his ball skills is something that the Bengals, I'm saying, like, I don't even know if they've ever had anything like that. And he held up in the SEC. Yes, you could see his size become an issue on certain route concepts where he gets moved off the route. But when you actually look at it, like those pick sixes, those weren't just like tip drills and things that bounced in his hand. He was actually in coverage, playing the ball, making plays,
and getting 6 of them. I don't give a damn if you get tip
right.
Tip drill 6 times, like taking it to the crib. That's
that's something. And I think that is something where it's just like I'm sold. But that's where it's like, but Kalijah Kancey, seeing like, I think they would like him in between Sam Hubbard and DJ Reader. And I think we would be one of the best places for him where he can't get washed out in the run, because you can't double team him because you got to double team DJ Reader.
This is your team.
Kalijah Kancey.
Okay, but I'm just saying, Dawand Jones is right here, bro.
Yeah, but
all right, I'm just letting you know.
So Dawand Jones didn't test, and because he didn't test, that's something that the Bengals don't like. We don't usually go with guys who don't test.
Y'all also have area scouts that see Ohio State play every week.
100. Well, I don't know if we have area scouts here. We have the smallest scouting department in the NFL. We don't have area scouts. That's for the rich guys. We got coaches.
Kalijah can't see it is, my brother.
Yes, Kalijah can't see.
Saints.
Will McDonald
over FAU.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how teams are actually gonna really view him right now.
Okay, you can get no argument from me. I like FAU though.
I like him too, but I just think he's one of those players that teams they up and down on him right now. He's one hell of a performer. He showed out at the combine, but I'm just not certain that.
All right.
Yeah.
FAU.
Yeah. Will McDonald.
All right. Will McDonald for the Saints. Back on the clock, Philly. Now I think this is a prime candidate for since the board fell. Emmanuel Forbes for somebody that he don't have to immediately play. He can not rest up, but he can, they can try to bulk him up as best that they can and ease him into the defense.
Who did we give them on their last pick?
Damn sure want no corner.
Was it Skoronski?
I believe, yep. Peter Skoronski.
Yeah, Skoronski.
So as of now, like I said, I would go with Emmanuel Forbes based off, his production. And like I said, he don't have to immediately play. Like you said, they got their two starting outside corners already. Like I said, they can, put him on a meal plan, try to bulk him up, red shirt him, see what's up. That's me.
So what would you think about Lucas Van Ness? Because we talked about Kalijah Cansey being small, but Lucas Van Ness, he can fit into that rotation. And he's someone that, you don't have to force Emmanuel Forbes to play right now, but if you in your championship window, you can really start slotting Lucas Van Ness into your rotation right now.
I absolutely think Lucas Van Ness fits everything that they want to do. Like, relentless motor, what I'm saying? He can rotate in the
White Russia.
Yeah. You know how I go. You know how I feel with it. And if we didn't take Peter Skoronski, which I think they may pass on Osiris Torrance would have definitely been a prime candidate right here.
Right.
But okay. Lucas Van Ness.
Okay.
Either they night.
It's about the thing that the whole world does not need to happen is about to happen, isn't it?
Was Zay Flowers about to go to the out of everybody over here, would they be able to hide Nolan Smith? Nah. I mean,
and they whole secondary was rookies.
Yep. So Osiris Torrance, they don't need him.
Because that interior code, I'm telling you, bro, they about to do it.
Yep. He working out with him and everything.
Fuck.
Yep. My second favorite receiver.
Damn.
Zay Flowers.
Damn.
Yep, I'm clicking it. And we are done. So this is.
Go on, move, Nick.
So this is our draft. All righty.
Are the grades down at the bottom?
Nah, that's it.
They don't show you the grades no more.
They did. It was they were doing the grades, and then I don't know what happened. They just didn't.
Go to click full results right quick. Dang, it really don't give you the grades no more.
You got to subscribe for the grades.
Boy, everything behind the paywall now. Boy, I tell you.
Yeah.
Don't leave it yet.
No, I ain't leaving.
All right.
So you definitely got to download it so we can get it. So, yeah. That was it.
Man. That's this 3-man weave mock draft. We knocked it out. in the 11th hour.
We got put logic behind every pick, so we had to do what we had to do. If y'all, I'll tell y'all in the group. I'm about to say y'all, you catch it at this part, then you can watch the whole thing. So I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, you can scream at us, you can yell at us, tell your team won't do this. We understand that. It is what it is. We get it.
They better not do it because we're gonna come back at you.
You get it. But y'all know, man, make sure you like, share, subscribe.
Hit that thumbs up button.
Hit that thumbs up. And like you said, if you don't like the mock, you can tell us. Tell us why. And once you hear the logic, please tell us how wrong we were. That's what we really want.
But then tell us your pick and why. Don't just come at us.
Yeah.
I need to hear yours too. We got to hear all sides of the story.
Let's have it a real. If we're gonna have a conversation, let's have a real conversation.
And we out.